Alright, welcome in another day, another live, guys. I'm gonna start off with drinking some water because I just came back. I was sanding some boards, and hopefully my hair is not too dusty. I don't even think you could tell that my hair is dusty. Yeah, I don't think you could tell that I just came from outside. But I think that's good. That's a good thing. Also, I have this new like electric shaver that like you don't have to like wet your face for it, but it's not that good. It does hurt my face, so I need to get a new one. What's up, Grayson? How's it going? And it's funny because today I was mapping out a Survivor comp, and I think I could build it in one day. And I think I could build it in under $20. So I'm super excited about that. I'm happy about that because I thought my budget, when it usually comes to building things, is usually like for me personally, is usually under $100. But when it's under 20, that is like a game changer, especially if it's like one of the comps. Yo, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? So how's your day? Today's Saturday. I forget that I go live on Saturday, so I'm going to spam the likes until some people come on. How's it going? I also have... Okay, I know there's only a few people in here, but I'm very curious to know... I wanted to do something to kind of mess with another Big Brother alumni, and... I didn't know if people would help me with this one because I don't... Okay, so I'm thinking... Okay, so the person that I kind of want to, like, I guess prank or just mess with is Quinn. And I don't think he's going to see this live, right? But I'm thinking... I just want to spam something in his comment section. And he's just like just a weird sentence. Like, you left the potato... You forgot your potato at the mall or something like that. And just like imagine you open up your social media, like your Instagram. What's up, Jones? How's it going? How do you say your first name? Is it Flane? Okay. Fallen? How do you break down your first name? Would I come back to Big Brother All-Stars? I'm not only would come back, but I'm planning to come back, and I have everything in the works, you know, from strategy, from socializing, and also like why I should come back. And I think I will start pitching that over the years because All Stars is around the corner, but it's not until like a few years. So I have some time, so there's no like big rush. But one thing I would really like to get down is more mental comps. That would be fun. I think mental comps, because I lack mental comps. Because it's like, they're really hard to recreate, but hey, like, because you could do like apps and stuff like that, but they're not Big Brother like comps, you know what I'm saying? Is what I'm thinking. When do you think the next returnee season is? I want to say 30. That's All-Stars. Next returnee, I have no idea. I'm not a big fan of returnees coming in with newbies. Unless it's me. So it's like, I think newbies should stay separate. But I mean, unless they're inviting me to be the new vet, I'm down. If I'm involved, sure, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Absolutely, obviously. But yeah, I would plan to go back to Big Brother. Big Brother is like my favorite show of all time. It has a mix of anything, and it's like one of those shows that I believe anyone can win. Even if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm like, I think that's what I like about Big Brother. And plus it's so entertaining. So, because I think I mostly, the reason why I started watching Big Brother was because like, it was so like, yes, I started with season 19 and there's a lot of drama there, but I think the beautiful part of it was it's just so entertaining. Oh, get out of here, bro. Dude, you know I already have one, right? The lack of knowledge that you have is insulting, okay? I literally just came back from refurbishing it's a side cabinet, right? Yeah, a bathroom side cabinet. But you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that, though. You could see these skills. What's up? Love the hair. Oh, thank you. It's a little bit dusty, so I'm not trying to move it. Like I said, I was dusting outside, so I'm just hoping you don't see too much of that. So there was that. Who was the best social player on your season? Social, okay. Social or strategic? I'm gonna go social, okay? So the way I define social is who you have influence over and how you and strategic is how you use that influence. So who had the most influence upon other players? I think Rachel was strategic, but I don't know how much influence she really had. Same thing with Ashley. Will had a good social game, but I don't know if he had control over others. I think Morgan would probably be the best. Top of my head, because she helped influence and persuade votes. So when it comes to the social aspect, and remember how I define it is who you have influence over. I think she did that the most. I think Mickey was, but then like, I guess she had like some. She had some. I guess like well we saw her I guess downfall on the thing. Okay, kid, get out of here, bud. Get out of here. I get to talk with me peoples. There you go. Okay. How's it going? You were awesome, bro. Left way too soon. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, but I would say Morgan is probably I want to say the strongest social player based off my definition. Off of my definition. So I got to repeat that. So, hey, how's it going? Let's see. 90 me people? What does that mean? My zodiac sign? I want to say I'm a Leo. I want to say that because I was born in August. So that I think that's what you're saying. How was my Thanksgiving? My Thanksgiving was fantastic. I ate a good meal. How about you? I mean, I ate a fake turkey, but it was still good anyways. Hi, Emily. How's it going? Do I know how to burp on command? I do not. What do you... Hold on. I mean, things are starting to roll in, okay? What have you been up to? I've just been building mostly a lot of refurbishing of cabinets and doors lately because I don't know why, but I think this holiday season a lot of people have been requesting for like brand new doors because their doors are like scuffed or it's like scratched on and torn apart, like the paint and the wood is damaged by dogs. So a lot of people have been requesting door refurbishment, cabinet refurbishment, because refurbishing is a little bit cheaper in my opinion, especially if you're doing it yourself. A little bit cheaper than buying new ones. So that's what I'm doing currently. And I hate that some of the cabinets that I work on are made out of particle board, and I hate that. I hate that. So I replace it. Not only do I refurbish it, but I also replace the board with actual hardwood that's going to last you a lot longer. So I really love doing that. But also on the side, when I'm off from that, I am working on other projects. I slowed down on building like Big Brother competitions, but I'm getting there. Right now I'm working on a Survivor challenge that I'm very fond of. So I'm gonna build that, and more of that will be posted soon. Let's see. What's your intro package? Wait, what? Was my intro package initially to be what is your intro package intentional to be a villain? I don't think it was a villain. I don't think it was. I think Big Brother tried to portray me as this. I don't know. I'm weird, but like also I guess I was confident, and it's like I don't know. Like I talked a big game. Am I Puerto Rican? No, I'm not. Who on your cast do you think will play Big Brother again? I think Keanu would get invited back. I want to say Morgan might be invited back, but I don't know. I think she would want to. Vince. I don't know. I could see him on the Traders, but like I could see a lot of people coming back. I see Morgan, potentially Vince. I don't know if he would want to though. But I could see definitely Morgan and Keanu are like the top runners. I would like to see myself, but I think Keanu and Morgan are like the top runners. Who else? Who else? I could see Ashley because she's a winner, but I don't know if they would invite her. If they like, it depends because I feel like I don't know how many. You can't. I mean, they did that where they had like 4 people on like one cast on All Stars. So, hey Scarlett, how's it going? Let's see. Do you think Mickey would have been in the final 3 if she hadn't backdoored. That's hard to say. I think anyone could have. I think Mickey could have got far. But even if she didn't backdoor Mickey, or Mickey didn't backdoor Jimmy, or if she hadn't got backdoored, I don't know, because even if she survived that night, a lot of people were keeping her out of the loop that they want her gone simply because they felt that she was like, I guess, thinking she's running the house, like being too bossy. So I think her social game was gonna lead her to people disliking her and wanting her out. But I don't know if she would have made final 3 if she had survived that night, based off how the house guest was feeling about her. When am I gonna fly out to Orlando? Soon. I will be there soon. It's such around the corner, and I have so much planning to do. Morgan for sure gets a call, I think. Maybe a fans versus favorites. Ooh, that's actually interesting. Fans versus favorites. I think that would be interesting. Again, I do like to separate newbies from vets simply because I like to see the newbies bring their own game, because a lot of times when vets come along, they influence how these newbies would have played. And like, we sometimes, like my cast, I want to say a lot of the majority of my season, they weren't like big watchers of Big Brother as much as like I am or Lauren is, but I think since they didn't know too much about Big Brother and they only watched like a few seasons, it gives room for people to play a whole different style that you may not have seen, or make decisions otherwise that you may not have seen, like put up your own allies. I mean, hey, but what do you call it? But when you have like vets in there, sometimes some people listen to the vets and they take their word for it. Like Ashley worked closely with Rachel. Not everyone listened to Rachel. I feel like they took whatever they wanted to, but then the rest they just ignored her. Do I like Brett? I do. Tips for getting casted: get your intro down and then wing it off after that. You know, like my name was Ashley All Winners. The only thing is I don't want to see all winners until there's a second Big Brother winner, because I don't want an automatic 2-time winner to be like, because if it's all winners, I think, one, that's hard to do, but 2, I feel like we're just giving someone the second, like it's going to be a hard accomplishment. Dan got super close, you know. Rachel could have possibly done it if she wasn't eliminated, possibly. And I'm just like, I like, when someone wins Big Brother twice in a row, and like second time wasn't given because everyone was a winner, I think that's going to be legendary. I think it's going to be legendary, and I want to see that before we get an all-winner season. But hey, you know, you never know. Let's see. Is there something about your game you would have changed right away if you got asked about? I think I would be a lot more assertive with my decision. It's funny because when Jimmy asked if I want, like he said he was telling me, hey, I need a pond, and I'm thinking about you, I pushed back a little bit, but not as hard as I should have. And it's funny because I planned for that exact scenario, but the execution just wasn't there. And it's like, bruh. So that's the thing that I wish I was more assertive, and something that I'm currently working on too, because I think I'm too nice in real life, and I think some of that did translate. But like, I wasn't in a position of power to really be going at people too hard. But hey, I think sometimes it backfires in this game. But for my specific season, I think being assertive, like Rachel was, did pay off, like Morgan and Rachel did. So I think that it just depends who you play with, because sometimes that game style backfires on you, especially depending who's in power. But I think for my particular season, that was beneficial to have. But it's just, you got to play differently every single time you play. Hey, Adrian, love you. You were my favorite. Latino twin. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. What is up? Hey, Taco Goes Crazy. What's up? What's up, Zord fan BB27? Can you ask Zach to join the live? LOL, we miss him. I will ask him, but I don't know if he's going to join. And I can't say much on about that. How would you have played differently? Well, if I had to play differently, like I said, I would play more assertive. And I think I think one thing I've also, because again, I've analyzed my game so many times, and there's a lot of single things, like one thing that I could have changed, I would have changed everything. And there's a lot of those one things, but there's another one where it's like week one, I knew I was safe, but I should have been painting more of a target on someone like prior, because that's like, you got to think, I was thinking a week or 2, 3 weeks ahead, and it frustrated me when other people weren't thinking like ahead in the game. But one thing I should have done was set like a bigger target, because I thought there were bigger targets already set out there that I didn't really need to make one. But the thing is, I should have been working more on that. And also, when on the week I was evicted, I should have reassured my allies, because I was trying to reassure my non-allies, the people I was trying to win the vote, assuming that I had Zach and Vince's vote. But I should have reassured them why I was still, even though they knew. But, like, I still should have told them. And I kind of briefly mentioned it, but I should have mentioned it as hard as I was, like, to Catherine and Riley. I was pitching to them hard, and I should have done it as hard to my own allies. But sometimes, again, that strategy could backfire, because, like, what, you don't trust me? That's one of the reasons why Vince puts Ashley up week one, is because Vince didn't feel that Ashley trusted him. So, would you get... Hey, what? I don't know what that means. Let's see, what was your reason? I'm 20 messages behind, so I'm getting there, guys. But hello, welcome. What was your reason for I'm the greatest approach in the cast interviews? Because you gotta believe you can win. You got to believe you can win. Like, I said this to Ashley before she went into the veto competition. I was like, I remember this speech, it wasn't in there because Ashley didn't get like a winner's edit. She wasn't like the main character that Big Brother was like the first week. Vince got most of the showtime, right? Ashley wasn't a huge part of that. And one thing that they didn't show is I told Ashley, I was like, yo, like, she was like, I have a good job. I left it. And I'm like, and I came here to get put on the block after week and then get sent home early. And I was like, you can't think like that. Like, she was afraid that Zach were going to beat her in the veto. And I was like, you can't think like that. You have to believe that you can win, because as soon as you think that you can't, you're not going to win. So you have to believe you could win, and you have to be confident in your ability. And voila. And I told her, like, you could get put up on the block week one and win the whole game. And my gosh, she did. And it's crazy because I never made the edit. I don't even think it was even on live feeds. I don't know if live feeds were up. They had to have been up, but who knows? Again, that speech happened, and it's crazy because I think Amy was there too. So only like 3 of us were there, but hey. Did y'all see the work Ashley put in the win to win the game? Or are they saying Morgan deserved? I think all top 3 deserve to win. But again, like I said, Ashley could in my lives before she won, I said that she could win. As long as she wins the final HOH and gives takes out Morgan and gives a gosh darn good speech. Did y'all see? Okay, I already read that. Let's see. How was the bread in the Big Brother house? It was good. Should have already happened in BB17. Or not 17, 14. Yeah. I don't know. I can't argue with... You can't change any winners, but I think Dan played a heck of a good season in season 14. Okay, I think I scrolled all the way to the bottom by accident, so let me go back up. Dan 100% should be 2 times winner. I think it was well deserved, but unfortunately, that sometimes things happen like that. What was your favorite room in the BB house? Probably the upstairs loft, I would say. What's up, handsome? Hey, how's it going? What is up? Let's see. Hey, how's it going? Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to read. Would your lines have been different if you knew? If you known all what you know now? If my alliances would have been different, I think so. I think I should have been more open to Rachel too. But the thing is, I remember week one, everyone wanted her out. That changed. I think it would have been different if anyone else, other than Jimmy winning second week. But of course, Jimmy winning second week kind of set the tone that, hey, I guess we're not gonna go after Rachel. After the bro was saying he wanted to this whole time, which is crazy, But yeah, hold on, I'm reading back. Let's see. It seemed like Zach wanted to keep you. He just didn't push hard to keep you to others. Yeah, I think he had influence over Lauren and Vince. And same thing with Vince. And I think he could have pushed harder, but he just didn't because that's why I said they were chickens, right? They were too scared to push for what they wanted. He knew I was good for his game. He knew I was a shield and I was an ally. But again, when he was too scared to take a shot at the other side, he also had feelings for Lauren, so he didn't also want her to go out. And I'm like, bruh. I'm like, think about your game, bro. Think about your game. Let's see. Adrian, love your lives. How you been? I've been good, man. I've been good. I've been busy. Been real busy, but it's fun. It's fun. I can't complain. Hey, how's it going? Let's see. Who are you excited to hang out with Orlando next week? Everybody I can. Everybody. I'm happy to see everybody. Me and Rachel have been talking, so I think we have a fun little video idea that we want to do. I think it would be fun. Wonder why Jimmy randomly hated Keanu. I think Jimmy just wanted the drama. He wanted the showtime, and that's what he said. He's like, I'm here to make good TV. And that's what he was trying to do. Was he successful? I think that's up for judgment there. Oh, thank you, Noah, for the roses. I appreciate that. Was Ashley's shower actually 2 hours long? No. But I did find it crazy that she took a shower before the HOH did, and I was like, that's the only thing I found crazy. And I didn't know that was only I think it was actually 30 minutes, not 2 hours. But of course, when it's like the mob mentality. Everything goes crazy in that house. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. No, it was 30 minutes. Yeah, you're correct right there. Yes. Let's see. Do you think you were targeted because you were too close to Kelley and Keanu, who were sinking ships? August, yes. Yes, and yes. It wasn't all of them. But Lauren literally, we talked about this. She literally went back and forth. But the final straw was that she just didn't know why Keanu wanted me in the house. And she didn't like that. So she put me up because of Keanu wanting to keep me. And then Kelley and everyone voted me out because they were like, well, one, Kelley was the instigator. She was lying. Everyone didn't like that Kelley was lying. They didn't trust her, and they didn't know if I was behind some of that instigating. And I'm like, I wasn't. So people believe me, but again, I guess I was just too close to Kelley. Even in the exit interviews with Catherine, she said at the end of the day, it was your closeness to Kelley or like your allies or whatever. Basically, Kelley that sank my ship. And I'm like, I don't blame them 100%. There's a lot of things, like I said, I could have done differently that would have changed the game. There's a lot of little things that could have changed the whole game and have me stay that 1 week. Because again, if I had stayed that 1 week, it would have been a game changer. If Will had won and then Kelley would have gone, that would have changed, right? Because then I wouldn't be attached to Kelley and I would still have Will, a good ally of mine. And then also I would be there. But like, say if I had lost, or say Kelley had won, I had stayed in there, and Zach and Vince kept me in, and Will went home, I would have Kelley in there, even though she was more of a sinking ship. She's more of a stronger competitor. And again, if Riley had kept his HOH, he would have took a shot at the other side, and then like the whole season would have been different. But again, it wasn't. So, but again, like I said, I could talk all day about all the scenarios that could have happened and stuff, and I'm happy to talk about it when you guys ask. So yeah, was there any unaired arguments that didn't make feeds or show? I don't know if there was unaired arguments, but there was unaired discussions that did not make the feeds or the show, and I think it's not relevant too much to the storyline that Big Brother was pitching, but I think there's a lot that was behind the scenes that led to my eviction, but also other things that showed why other players were playing the way they did that wasn't explained on the show or shown on live feeds. But again, I don't want to reveal that information simply because that information is about other players from my season, and I don't feel like outing them out, especially without talking to them like, hey, there was this moment that this happened, and I think and I would like to talk about it, but I don't want to out you for it. Are you cool with that? And that's basically my approach, because again, I don't have to. I could just say it, But again, like I have respect for my fellow castmates, and I'm not gonna do that to them. Adrian, you deserve to go at least to jury. I deserve to win. But yeah, I think if I had stayed that one night, I think the whole thing would have been different, and I think I would have had a good shot of winning. Especially, I felt like I would have adapted well. What do you think you would do now that BB is over? I think I'm just gonna go just do still carpentry. I mean, I love my job, but I think I would love to showcase more carpentry. I love talking about these lives because I love talking about Big Brother. I love talking about comps, and I just love talking to you guys. So I think on top of that, I think business as usual, you know. But on top of that, I get to have a place where I could share my comps, my passion for like this small hobby I have on the side. I wouldn't say small, but this big hobby I have on the side. And you know, if any other shows come up, I would be so open to that. But yeah, I have some other things in the works. But yeah, I would say business as normal. You know. Let's see. What do you think you would do now that BB's over? I think I answered that. What advice did you learn the hard way in the BB house that future players could learn from? That I think one big lesson is even like you are pitching to your non-allies why they should keep you. You're trying to win votes. But I think it's important to not forget to, even though your allies should know it, don't act like you don't trust your allies, but just reassure your allies why it's a good thing. Because you have to remember that people are always going to your allies and pitching why you shouldn't. And if you're not counteracting that, then that just makes it easier for them to flip. But again, so that's one thing I think I would want future players to know is even like just to how do I say this? Reinforce to your allies why they're your allies. So that's probably one thing that's on the top of my mind. You got robbed. Yes. No, I agree. I wanted you to win. I so appreciate you. Yes, man. Appreciate it. Do you eat bread? Did I ever eat the bread? No, I did not eat the bread that I dated. That went on a date. Can you say a hi? Is it Macy? Hey, Macy, how's it going? Let's see. How's it going? Hey, Area, how's it going? We got a few people in this live. What's up? How's it going? Oh, and this is the Survivor comp that I'm building. It's the immunity challenge, and it's not too hard to build, but I'm gonna make it out of metal, so it involves some type of welding. Hey, Lone, how's it going? I don't know what that means. Are you staying with the house guest at Over the Edge? I don't know if we're not staying together, but we're hanging out for sure. So, how many games did I win? In what? The show? Only one, technically, but I got really close to a lot. You know, but that's why people thought I was such a threat. I know Morgan was like, I don't think I could beat you. You know, you got second place in the veto, in the challenge, and like and then like even though the HOH I could have won it, I threw it and I was supposedly second place because I was so close. But yeah, they're really hard games for sure. Like I think. You can't see my physical progress, but I think I didn't go into the house in the best physical shape of my life, how I planned to be, because I did have some, what is it called? I guess health issues. It wasn't really health issues, but it's more like I had, gallbladder. My gallbladder wasn't working, so I lost a bit of weight, and then I'm like, so going into, but then that's when they gave me the call. I was like, okay, I gotta get in shape, but I didn't have a lot of time, so I was in the best physical shape. So like when I faced off Casey on week 2, I should have won that because I was so close. But imagine if I just had worked out and stayed in shape, I think I would have beat Casey in that comp. Survivor, I would like to see you on. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Survivor, but I think I would have to not be vegan. I would have to like stop being vegan if I was to go on there. What was the audition process like? It was a bunch of Zoom calls, but it was fun nonetheless. Let's see. When you have the last time... Wait, what? When was the last time you swore, it's wild to me you never slip? I've never swore or cursed, is what I say. But yeah, I don't slip because you never started to begin with, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're really hard games. My friend applied to Survivor, no luck. I applied to Big Brother many times. Yeah, I think when it comes to Big Brother, you got to I mean, I like what Taylor did. She analyzed the character arcs there are in the show, and you got to play to that. So I think she was trying to play like the beautiful pageant girl, and that was like her character in the show, and that's how she would. That's like right. So she's not gonna talk about like how maybe she goes to the gym, gets sweaty, or like I don't know, builds homes. Not that she builds homes, but like she played to the character that the show wanted to portray her as, and that worked for her. For me, I don't think I really had to portray anything. I think I just had to be me, and they love that as is. But I think for some people, like you could lean into that. Like I was the weird carpenter, I guess you could say. But yeah, 2 questions. How did I decide my allies, and how did you avoid picking flaky allies or house targets? So I gravitated to people that I felt had level heads and that were gonna think logically. So my first instincts, meeting everybody, Zach and Will seem to have the most cool and level-headed. Zach is probably the most level-headed, but what happened later in the house was that he was getting feelings for Lauren, and that was blinding his decision making, and he was also scared to make moves. He wasn't rational but then Will, I remember I didn't realize this, but I guess like when he heard that Keanu was like putting his name on like throwing his name under the bus, under the dirt or whatever, he was about to he got up. I thought he was gonna approach Keanu, so I was like, okay, I gotta be careful with Will because he was about to go off on Keanu, and I was like, okay, maybe I should not tell Will everything. Not that you would tell him everything, but like it's like I wanted to gravitate people that wouldn't like do anything like super drastic, that will level head, that would think logically. But I think in the nicest way, I don't know if there was lack thereof. Because of the way I say it, I love what Chelsea said in the BB Unlocked is that, I was a victim to the Spirit of Stupid from my season. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't make sense. So a lot of the moves a lot of people made in the season, not naming names, I don't think made sense. Like, I don't think, like, if you were a player and you were analyzing the moves and you were like, this move does not make any sense. It doesn't. I don't know why you're making it. It's a bad move, but you're making it anyway. So it's like, that's how... I tried to, but I mean, I think that's why Rachel would have probably been a better ally as a strategic, more level-headed dish. I know she does like try to like start an argument or like her trying to like bait Keanu into argument was something I wanted to avoid because I'm not drama. I remember after week 1, after Zay got evicted, she was looking at me. She's like, I know who my enemies are. And she was looking me up and down. Like, she wanted to argue, like, have an argument. But I'm like, I'm not going to react to you. You could blow up. You could yell at me. But I'm not going to get nasty. You know what I mean? I'm like, so, again, I was, like, really level-headed. Do you think it's better to be good at mental games or physical ones? I think both. Because the whole point of practicing comps is to have the ability to win when you need to, not when you want to. So like the idea was me to not show off too much of my competitive threat so early on, but I accidentally did. That was my bad. I should have been better at throwing comps. That's not one thing I guess I practiced for. So I guess that's because you think it'd be easy, but I guess I just got too carried away. I was excited, I guess. Love Taylor, yeah. Hey, you're my favorite. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's rice and coconuts. Let's see. Which housemate do you talk to the most now that it's been over? Probably Zach, but since Zach and Lauren have been like hanging out, I haven't been talking to Zach as much. I mean, that's just how things go. Let's see. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. I'm reading. I'm a little bit behind. Taylor, so glad you won. She from my home state, Michigan. Yeah, that's what's up. Let's see. Hey, Adrian, which comp do you wish you could have played? Tiny Vito. I would have loved to play Tiny Vito. I think that would have been fun for me. I think I have some good strats there, and I would love to do that. I need to make Tiny Vito. I don't think it's really hard, but I just haven't had the time. It was a really good, yeah. The Big Brother UK finally finished. It was a really good this year. I would have to check that out. Where do you watch that, by the way? Do you think it's better to have a good ment? I think I answered that. Hold on, I'm 2 messages behind. I'm almost there. I don't know if you explained this before, but how did you feel about Rachel adding you to her betrayal list? I didn't matter to me. I mean, it didn't affect me, like, because I don't think it's that deep. Like, I really don't think it's that deep. like for me, the way I see it, she was just doing it for like a fun little TikTok video, and that was it. Like, I don't think anyone's dig was personal. And even if it was personal, like if someone wants to talk trash about me, I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, why do I care? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things. Like, I'm like, I don't really react to like people's drama. So unless I want to for fun, I think it'd be fun. But then like, I think people would think it's real. So I'm like, I just don't do it. Are you watching The Amazing Race? A little bit. I do need to catch up. So there's that. Are we still celebrating Wall Comp Wednesdays? Absolutely. The only thing is I'm going to be out of town. So I'm like, I would have to like film it a little bit early and then post it on Wednesday. Let's see. Dang, Zach dumped you for Lauren. Basically. But no, I mean, it's all as well. I'm happy for them, honestly. What do you think you could have done differently to stay in the game? I think I could have won the first HOH. I think I could reassured Zach and Vince that I was good for their game. I think that I think I could have got closer to Rachel and potentially persuade her. But my biggest issue with Rachel was that, like, I don't know, she just seemed too robotic-y to seem like I know what she was doing. She's trying to get me to cry to make me feel like I'm opening up to her, and I was like, I just don't buy it, but you got to play along, and I did a bit. I did tell her everything I told her was real, and I did like almost shed a tear, but like I didn't want to fully give in to her little persuasion, but just a little bit so she thinks that I'm buying it. And I'm like, it doesn't hurt. I'm like, I like, if you really want to know, I'll let you know. But like, I don't know. But also, like, I didn't want my side being like, why are you talking to Rachel? But my side was pretty unorganized. Like, they could not coordinate for Jack, as like working together. So even if I did that, like, my side was not good at coordinating, like, grouping together. And I stand by that. But yeah, because I mean, you saw how it is. Like I was rooting for my side when I left, but still, they couldn't work together, and it was like, come on, bro. What do you think you could have done different? There you go. Already answered that. In the UK, we watch it on TV. Pretty sure you just need a VPN to watch in the US. Okay. I tried to watch Big Brother UK, but it's too different from the US version. Probably. I'm assuming the UK, you vote for the winner, correct? Rachel Hart. Yeah. Thoughts on Zoran? I'm a big Zoran fan. Absolutely big Zoran fan. You know that, guys. You guys have to know that. You're still iconic. Love your edit. Oh, appreciate it. Thanks, V. I appreciate that. I think Rachel's elimination was unfair? I think it was unsurprising, and I don't like how it went down, because I would have loved to see someone actually go after Rachel and not just see her get eliminated by accident. Is it unfair? I mean, I think it was upsetting, for sure. I don't know. I have to define what unfair means, because I feel like people could run with that. But let's see. We vote for evictions and the winner. Yeah. Let's see. If you were the first HOH, who do you think the game? How would you think the game would have changed? Okay, so for me, it just depends, because I don't think I could have, like, right now, if you ask me who I would put up, I would probably say I couldn't put up Rachel, possibly Morgan, just because we weren't like hitting it off, and potentially Vince, but I probably wouldn't have, simply because I would like try to like work my way, and we because Jimmy, Ashley, Vince, and I all pretty much promised each other that we wouldn't put each other up, so I didn't want to go back my word too soon. I probably perhaps maybe would have put up Zay if they wanted to, or maybe Amy is probably those. But again, it just depends, because if I have a conversation in the HOH room, because I never had those one-on-ones, things could change, because things in the house change like that. So if I had my one-on-one as my one-on-ones in the HOH room, and someone gave me a piece of information, or someone was rubbing me the wrong way, I would have easily changed my mind and put someone up. Like, it could have been potentially Catherine. It could have been, who knows? I don't know, maybe Lauren. I probably wouldn't have done Lauren, though. But, like, again, it could have been anyone. Or maybe I could have been like, you know what, Jimmy, you're rubbing me the wrong way. I want you out. You know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't have, but it just would have. It's just something that you would have to see in the moment, because like the same thing I say, like you can't really tell until you get like some strategies work in some seasons, but if you use that exact same strategies in other seasons, it wouldn't work just because of the people you're playing with. So you always have to adapt to the people you're playing with. What do I do for work? I do carpentry, and so like for instance, lately I've been getting a lot of people orders, like a lot of calls, like, hey, my dog scratched up my trim and door paint. Can you refurbish the trim and repaint the door? I say yes. I have someone that's like, hey, my old cabinet, I'm getting a bathroom remodel. Can you refurbish my wall cabinets, because the ones that you see online are like $200. I'm like, well, I just kind of want this one. I'm like, I just basically just need refurbished. And I'm like, okay, I got you. That's the one I'm working on currently. Also, have like other ones. So like someone ordered another, like I got 2 mini picnic tables that I have to make. I already made them, but like the second one, I'm like, I haven't made yet, but I need to make it before I leave. So I do a lot of custom work, and then like also like but no big projects at the moment because I'm gonna be traveling I'm gonna be in Orlando for the charity event, and I'm also gonna be in New York soon. So I'm like, no big projects. I can't be stationary right now. But when my calendar opens up, I'm like, okay, I have nothing planned for this month. Okay, we'll take a big project or two, because the big projects, they're money makers, But yeah. Are you excited to see the cast next week? I'm super excited to see the cast next week. There's also that. Live evictions in the UK are so fun. We love chanting. This year we were chanting "Get Caroline Out." Wow. Let me see. Follow-up question. How do you think Vince's game would have gone if he didn't win first HOH? That's a good question. I don't know if people would gravitate towards them, but I think people still would. I don't think I think a lot of people, I don't know if he would have been pulled into the heavy hitters. Because he was in the position of power, so people automatically talk to him. And I think Vince is like one of those characters where you're like, you feel like, especially the way he talked to you, you could feel like you could trust him, but also he's not threatening enough to go for him right away. So I think Vince would have done fairly in the next coming up weeks. It just depends who would have won. Like, so if Mickey would have won or Rachel would have won like the second week, and she put Vince up on the block, like it could have gone differently. I can't really predict the future, what could have been for like those scenarios, but I think it depends. I think Vince has that type of vibe, I guess. I think he would have done fairly well, but I don't know if he would have been pulling that many alliances if he wasn't HOH. What is up? How's it going? Is it S and Z? What is up? What is up? Let's see. Weird question. Who's the best chess player in the house? Zay was. Zay was the best chess player in the house, hands down. I would say between me and Zach, we're probably the second best. I'm going to just go with me, though. I would go with me. But bro loved moving the knight so much, dude. He moved the knight. It got me so annoyed because I was kicking his butt, but then he started doing like different moves to throw me off, and it worked in chess. But it's like, yeah. So there was that. Man, you have beautiful hair. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's a little bit of messy right now. Like, I don't want to like push it up too much because a little bit of dust falls off. Again, I was dusting a little bit beforehand. If you were to play again, how would you have changed your game? I think I would be a little bit more assertive, but again, it just depends who I would play with. Because I'm pretty sure if I did play All-Stars, I could imagine the type of players that would be in the next upcoming All-Stars. And some people aren't too kind to people that are assertive. So it's like, it depends on who you play with, right? Because when I play with newbies, I didn't know if it was going to be beneficial to be assertive or not. But in All-Stars, you more or less know how these people play and how they would react to a certain type of game style. So would I play Big Brother again? Not only would I love to play Big Brother again, I am planning on it. So I'm looking forward to that. So like, for instance, I don't want to name names because, again, I don't want to talk about them because I feel like they might react to it. Because, again, there's some Big Brother players that, hey, if you could rub them the wrong way. Like, some are easy to rub the wrong way, some are harder to, but like, fudge, man. So you don't want to cross the line right now, especially since, like, there's no reason to. Like, we're not competing, we're not eliminating each other, so it's like, yeah, that is what's up. Yo, Kenny, is that you? What is up, man? I hope that is you. I can't tell. I'm assuming it's you. If it's a fake person, I don't know. Would I play Big Brother Ken? Yes, I would. I would. You know that. I think I just explained it. I think that's an older question. But yeah. Let me see. I don't know how to read these chats. Sorry if I'm giving you guys a notification. Oh, shoot. Perfectly under my desk. And it is hello? None of my coworkers even know I'm using it. Strengthen and tone your legs.
What's up, kid?
What is up, bro? I didn't know this was on. You. I was scared for a second. I had scammers or like fake people.
Yeah, no one's gonna pretend they're me, buddy.
Okay, hey man, I had people pretend to be Amy, Zay, Mickey.
Oh yeah,
everybody off the wazoo. So I was like, you never know. And I was like, I couldn't check your profile because it could tell me like how many if I'm like follow you, but like when I press the button, I think it gives like a silent invite. So I'm like, I can't tell. Oh, there goes my light. But how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
You doing good? Are you excited for Orlando?
I am. It's a really good time. You guys are gonna have a blast. You're gonna meet so many people. It was probably the best thing that ever happened for me being on the show. Orlando was cool. Yeah.
Rachel. I was talking to Rachel the other day, and she was telling me it's a good time and it's fun. Are you doing Discover Cove or no?
I'm not. No, I passed on that.
So. Okay. I'm like, I don't. She said it was fun. I was like, I guess so. I mean, I'm down for whatever. So, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see my castmates again because it's been a while. And
I'm gonna have a blast. It's gonna be great.
How was your first time? Like, what do you guys do? Is it like the same thing? Like, have you read the is it Itinerary or no?
Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. They have a bunch of parties. It's not overwhelming. You'll be shocked at like when the autograph thing happens. Like I was shocked. I wasn't anticipating the amount of people that were coming out to get like autographs and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I know where we did it first thing in the morning last year, but this year I think we're in the afternoon, which is a lot better.
I think so too.
Yeah, it'll be a little warmer. It was a little chilly in the morning when we did it last year, but my wife came with me. She met everybody. She had a blast. We're going to do it again. And actually, my daughter just won her cheerleading thing. So they were actually down in Orlando that week.
Oh, really?
Cheerleading competition. So it worked out perfect for me.
Dude, that sounds cool, man. Good for her. Good for you, man. I was like, that if it works out, that's perfect. I mean, I'm excited. I'm like, I love talking to the fans. I heard about the autograph, but I heard like it's pretty long though.
Yeah, no, I mean they go until everybody's done. But I mean, you guys be very popular.
I don't know too much. I'm assuming you're sitting because there was no way you could stand the whole time, right?
No, yeah, they had like a tent set up, a big tent with tables and chairs, and they brought you drinks, they brought you food if you wanted it. They were really cool about it. I mean, you can get up and like go do something if you wanted to too, take a minute or so.
Yeah. I mean, because I remember I went to like, I guess it wasn't even a meet and greet. It was like a watch party, and it was in like Dallas McKinney or something. And I go over there. I didn't tell anybody. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, and then I just show up. But it ended up like everyone, there was a line that just formed, and I just talked to every single person in the line, and I didn't drink or eat anything. I was staying the whole time for hours. So when I finally sat down, I was feeling lightheaded. I was like, okay, I gotta pace myself. Like I gotta sit down. I gotta drink some water, maybe eat a meal because I drove because it's like 6 hours away. So I didn't eat like I only ate like a vegan protein cookie or something. So it's like I didn't have much in my system to begin with. So I was like, okay. I was like, so when I go to events, I always make sure that like I pace myself. I'm not standing the whole time. I drink some water. So I'm excited because I think fans are like one of the best things about like I guess coming off the show is just meeting them, talking with them. Is my favorite part.
Yeah, no, the fans have been like unbelievable, and you'll never get like I've never heard anybody get any hate or anything down there, no matter how bad or good you did on a show, whether it's Big Brother, Amazing Race, or like Survivor. The fans are great. They really, the real true fans really understand it. They're kind of like the fans that are like, oh, you did everything wrong, or you played awful. Like they're just haters, and they're always going to be that way. But for the most part, the fans are awesome.
I don't mind. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it says more about them, because like if you think about it from their perspective, like who really goes online just to hate, you know what I mean? So it's like I think it says more about them. I don't know what place they're at, but like I usually just ignore them. But unless they're like like up in my business, I'm like, bro, I got no business with you. So I was like, get out of here. You know what I mean? So it's like, but no, I think it's all good. I don't think I had anything bad.
And no one can possibly understand what it's like to be in that house.
Oh yeah.
There's like, unless you played the game and you've been in there for a period of time, like no one understands sequester, or no one understands the excitement of, you know, waiting to go through those front doors. And then once those doors shut behind you, you're like, oh shit, I'm here. Like I can't leave.
Yeah.
Like I'm never going to talk to anybody until I'm out of those doors. Like, yeah, it's a
That's
crazy
also
experience.
a crazy thing. Like I didn't mind it because like, I mean, it was a vacation. Like it felt like it, you know, like because the only thing is when you go in those stores, like at least in my head, the only thing you have to focus on is one thing, and that's winning, right? Like I didn't have to worry about like bills, about appointments, working, right? Like you know, because like right now coming out, like I'm working nonstop, and it's like, but like when you're in there, like you can wake up and you just do something that I absolutely love, strategize, talk about Big Brother. So it's like you're doing the only thing you have to do is do the one thing that you've been dreaming of doing. And I'm like, I'm in, I'm fully in. So I loved it all the way.
Yeah, that's awesome that you were able to do that. And I envy anybody that was able to do that. And it's kind of made me realize that why an older person really hasn't really made it towards the end, especially if you're married and have kids. It's like I did a lot of things in my life. I've been away a long period of time, but I've never been completely isolated from my kids or my wife.
Yeah.
So that was like I really thought I could go in there and be like, all right, you know, I did a tour in Afghanistan, I did a tour in Iraq, like I'm good, like I'm good going in there and being able to be on my own and strategize. And then like by like the end of day 7, I'm like, wow, this really sucks. Like I need to talk to my wife, like especially like the good things. Like me and my wife are so close. And I always want to share things with my wife. Like she's the first person I call, the first person I text.
Yeah.
And there was so many times in that house I was like, oh, I want to tell her, and you can't. So, which was tough. And I tried talking on the live feeds. I made like a deal with them that I would talk to them every night at 5:00, and that was probably the worst thing I did because it made me feel worse by the end of the night. Because obviously you don't know which one's alive. So I was going from like one of the bedrooms, then I was going to the living room, then I was going to the kitchen, then I was going out in the yard, and I was doing it like 4 times, just trying to see if I could get one of the cameras to stop following me around. And obviously they're not going to tell you what's live and what's not. So it was tough. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because they don't tell you what time like you're live or not, but like when it's the middle of the night and everyone's asleep, I mean, what else are they going to show? I mean, I remember I said I was going to throw the blockbuster to Will as a crazy thought. I was never going to do it. But I was like, because I'm sitting outside the outside the thing, and I'm looking at the memory wall. And the reason why I did that is so if someone wakes up, they don't see me staring at the wall. I could easily look like, oh, I'm just walking inside, right? I think that's a killer thing, right? So it's like you're still looking at it, but like if you see someone kind of, oh, I'm just coming in from outside, like they don't see you like thinking about it. And I said, yeah, I was gonna throw it, and my mom was like watching at that night. She's like, "What are you doing? Don't throw the cop." I was like, I wasn't gonna do it, but it was a thought because at least for my head, I was like, I gotta think about all scenarios. I think we'll safe. I think I'm the one in jeopardy here, which I guess I was. But it's funny because like I can't imagine what it's like. I guess to have kids, you know, to how hard it is because I had my family. I missed my family, but I've spent a lot of time with my family, you know, outside the house in real life. So it's like, I guess it's like I love my family to death, but I'm like I could use a little vacation, you know, because it's what do you call it? They're always, since I'm handy, they're like, hey, how do you can you make cabinets for me? Hey, can you measure my bathroom? I'm like, I need the mirror put up. Or I got this new light fixtures. I'm like, I'm always helping my family like for free. And it's like on top of like taking my grandpa to his like doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So it's like, as much as I love them to death, it was like I guess a nice break from reality. And that's how I saw it. But like again, for like I can imagine like how like kids, you know, you're missing so much, especially if you like get all the way to the end. you're missing like 3 years, or not 3 years, like 3 months of like their life. So
Which
much
is
can happen
probably
in
adds
3
up to
years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. I've never really talked to Rachel. I ran into her quickly at Over the Edge last year, but I'm curious about what her like perspective is of winning the game. Being basically being single with no kids and then going back in the house, being married with kids that are about my age. Like, I wonder what the difference was for her, because obviously she's a legend and she played the game unbelievable, and she did. I can't believe how great she did this go around, especially being such a big target in the house. So I'm definitely curious to see if I can have a conversation with her just to get her perspective on that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Rachel's great. And I think she would have gone far too. Because like I feel like a lot of people were scared to take shots at Rachel, but I was like, I would have loved to see her get far, because I would have wanted someone to have the guts to go after Rachel. Not because Rachel was like an accidental. Like, they didn't plan on it. They weren't planning on it. That's not what they wanted, but it just happened. Like, I guess. And I'm like, like I would have wanted to see at least like a vote, like, because that was like no one really took her out, like unintentionally. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, but yeah, I think Rachel's like, she's a really good player and like person. Someone told me on my chat, I don't know if you could see it, they're like, there was a story Kenney told about his first helicopter ride on the feeds. It was like favorite Kenney moment or memory for them. I don't know if it was for them or for you. Oh, there's like a helicopter, your first helicopter ride. I don't know if you remember that.
I probably was talking about the one in a Chinook over in Afghanistan where it dropped about 10,000 feet in 3 seconds. And I thought that was the end. So that was it. I really didn't get a chance to tell a lot of good stories in the house. It didn't go down. No, so when helicopters can only fly so high, and I didn't know it. So when it got over the mountains, the altitude was too high, so it automatically just drops. And everybody else in the helicopter kind of knew it, except me and my partner, and they were laughing about it. But that was probably one of the stories. That was probably one of the stories.
A little jump scare for you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell a lot of stories because I was trying to hide the fact that I was a police officer.
Yeah,
it was probably the worst idea that I had.
They said that's the one. That's the one. They remember that story. I mean, what do you call it? Are you still officer or no? Are you?
Yeah, I'm still working. I'm still working every day.
Well, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I was like, it takes bravery, it's a lot to be out there,
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It was a calling. Been doing it for 30 years, so couple more years to go. Ask
you, your AI videos are hilarious, man. Like you're going crazy. Like I don't know if I saw it. Like I see things pop up all the time, and I'm like, what is this? And then I see you. I think you were a balloon. I'm like, what are you using for that? Like, I don't think I paid attention to exactly what you're using, but I was like, I think they're hilarious though. Yeah, and they're they look so real.
One of my good buddies owns a nutrition store in the Boston area. It's kind of big, and he's kind of crazy like me. And he started doing those AI videos, and I was like, you got to show me how to do that. And so it's called Soro, Soro, or Sora.
I think it's Sara. Yeah. AI. Is it Sara AI or just Sara?
Yeah, it's almost like a TikTok or a like Instagram platform.
Do you pay for it or no?
No, it's free. Yeah. Oh, I don't use it. I don't have any, I just use it to make the AI videos, and then I save them and then I post them on TikTok. So I'm sure they're going to catch on.
How do you even put in that prompt? Like, do you just say like, hey, put me on like Big Brother house again?
Yeah.
Like, how do you prompt those?
Yeah. For the most part, you can be very simple, or you can cheat and like get on ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, make me a script, making me a balloon in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. And it will print it all up. And then you copy and paste that to the Soro, and it puts it together for you. Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. The one of me getting kicked out of the Big Brother house is insane. I look humongous.
I know. I was like, dang, you're shredded. Like, I think there's like one where you have your arms. But how does it get your likeness? Like, did you ever upload a picture of you, or did it just know who you were?
Yeah, like the first couple of steps, you have to like look at it, then you look to the left, look to the right, look up, look down. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm like, I love this rundown. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I've always been interested because I thought they're so hilarious, but I didn't want to post like AI content or whatever. But I think it's hilarious to make though, because I'm like, I don't know. I love that you have fun with it because I think
Yeah.
it's fun.
I try and have as much fun with social media as I can. I never really post anything serious. I definitely don't talk about politics or anything like that.
Oh
I just
yeah.
want to have a good time. I want everybody to laugh, and that's kind of my goal in life at this point, especially with my two little ones.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, so someone said, Kenny, you've always been a class act.
Yeah, I tried to go in that house to make sure that I was like I it's weird. Like I was gonna go in there and lie, cheat, and steal, and then once I saw the cameras go on, and I'm like, wow, I'm on national TV. Like everybody's here. Like see, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. For some reason, I couldn't do it. I could do it for my job, like when I did undercover work and things like that. But for some reason, when I got in there, I just couldn't do it for personal gain, and I had a hard
Yeah,
time with that.
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because I mean, there's been cops in the past. I think the most famous one is Derek from season 16. And it's like I think yeah, it was interesting to see you like I guess your edit at least was like back and forth like, you know what? I want to go home and miss my kids, but then the next would be like, you know what? I actually want to stay. So
Yeah,
what did you think about your edit or did you ever go back and watch it?
yeah. No, I mean, I liked it. It was true. It was true to fact. I struggled in there. You know, starting the beginning of week 3. It started off as a strategy for me. I was like, oh, I'm going to play up like I'm the dad. I miss my wife. I miss my kids. Try and come off not as a threat because I also said I was going to go in there and try and win every comp that I could. I kind of almost did. Like, there's a couple of things that they didn't show. Like the first HOH, I blew that. The first go around for the first HOH, it was me, Angela, and Leah, and they both threw off first, and I had to go last. And I only had to move a disc like probably like 4 feet, and I came up short. And everybody about like died, especially Matt and who I was close with Matt, like thought we were gonna run the first HOH, and I blew that. But they didn't even edit that. They didn't even show that. It was super intense too. But I
That
was happy with my edit.
that you missed it or what?
Yeah, so we ended up having to do a redo because everybody didn't score on that
Oh,
game.
really?
So we had to do a redo. But when they did the edit for the first HOH, they didn't show the first go around. They only showed the one where Angela won. So it was pretty interesting.
Oh,
But yeah, it
gotcha.
was
I didn't
true.
know about that. I
Yeah, no,
mean,
I definitely struggled in the house. But the only way that I was trying to stay focused was I was trying to win comps. And like in week 2, I won the big veto and I took myself off the block. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's not going to take himself off. He's going to use it on Angela." And I'm like, "Listen, I love Big Brother. Like, I'm not like, yeah, I am struggling in here, and I do miss my family, but so doesn't everybody else. I'm using this veto. Like, I'm not stupid."
yeah,
And then I
absolutely.
came in second in the third week. I came in second in the veto, and I kind of like was like, "Damn, I just wish I could have got that veto because I think if I could have got past, week 3 and week 4." I think I would have settled in because it was that like weird period of time where you're really missing your family and then
Hmm.
being like, shit, even if I make it to jury, I'm here forever. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I get you on that boat. I got on that because I know I got like second place a lot in my season, and that's why it's a threat. But like so, like the first HOH, they didn't show it, but in the edit, it showed that me and Vince were kind of getting our little BB blasters on our little sticks at the same time. But in actual reality, I had my first 2 rows up in 30 seconds. I looked to my left. Everyone has barely even they haven't even started on the first one. Like they haven't even got their first layer. And so everyone thinks I'm going to win, but I was like, hold on. And you kind of, this is the only, like, I guess proof other than like, if you don't want to believe my castmates, because I talked to my castmates about it. But if you look at the actual episode, I'm like, I'm turning around slowly. I'm like, hold on guys, I haven't won yet. I'm slowly turning. I didn't have to slowly turn. I could have easily turned around, got the other 2, put them on and called it. But, what do you call it? No, I didn't, I felt like I had to kind of throw it to hide my comp threat because how close I got with the power that Zach won from saving the host like Julie. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
did so bad at throwing it because again, I should have been like, oh no, I don't know the order. And I should have been like, I should have had someone else like look like they're doing well. But I guess it was a habit because I also wanted to be like, I need to be in the position where I could kind of win if I wanted to, But like I didn't want to look like I was throwing it too easy because I feel like also people would have caught on and be like, hey dude, you killed it in the last comp, and so there's no way you would have like really been bad at this one. But I think I was giving people too much credit there, and then also like I was like I should have the edit is not what they show is what I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, for sure. That. Yeah, the second veto that I won was a stacking competition, and I absolutely destroyed them. Like no one even came close. I ran the stack all the way to the top before they even could even get 2 rows up, and even after that, like Cedric was coming up to me and being like, they think you're a threat now. They think you're a threat. So that's why I started really playing up, missing my family. But I never was going to try and like lose a comp because I'm like, even if the old guy does win it, I'm still not a threat. They can take me out at any time. But that was kind of the plan. But I sabotaged my own game.
I mean, it happens. It happens. I know Keanu kind of sabotaged his game. He's like, I'm going to pick you off one by one. I was like, bro, it's funny because I knew he wasn't talking to me. But at that point, the whole house wanted him out. And you're like, when you talk to other house guests, they're like, okay, what do you think about Keanu? Like, are you working with them? But they want, they want him out. So you can't be like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Yeah. Like I wasn't working with Keanu. Like he came up to us and pitching like a 10-person alliance ish. He says he wasn't, but like he was like, I talked to each 10 person individually, and we all agreed. I'm like, so you're basically making an alliance 1-on-1 without the whole alliance actually meeting. And everyone's like, yeah, I'm in. You don't say no to an alliance, right?
No, never, like, ever.
And yeah, no one took it seriously. And then when he said, I'm gonna pick you off one by one, it's just like it rubs some people. Like I know Mickey. Like after that point, Mickey, like he's like, why did he point at me? Because Mickey also didn't really have much of a problem with Keanu, but then she eventually jumped on that train because, especially after that speech. So it's like,
now see, I love the speech. That's Big Brother. Those are things you think, but don't say. I loved
it too. It was cool, but it's like, it's not good like for his game, and it wasn't good for mine because it hurt me. It hurt me unintentionally because Lauren put me up because Keanu wanted me in.
Yeah.
That was like her final straw. Like she was back and forth, but like the last thing was just like, I don't know why Keanu wants Adrian in. So she puts me up. I'm like, I like she knew I was playing like loyal and honest, especially with her. Like we were playing similar games, except that I was more out there already on the block. So I was forced to more show my hands to like give people a reason why they should keep me. Hence why I had to name Keanu. But yeah, it's just
you did
things
great,
happen.
Man.
Yeah, expect the unexpected,
Exactly. You did great. It's a tough game. You did awesome. I think all you guys, the whole cast was great. I had a blast watching all you guys.
Oh yeah, this season was entertaining. It was hard not to watch, I think.
Yep. I loved it. So
yeah.
But I'm gonna let you go because I'm going to bed. But I can't wait to meet you in person. See you at Over the Edge, and I wish you the best of luck.
Kenney. All right, you have a good night, Kenney. I'll see you in Orlando. Peace. What is up? I'm gonna head off to but last questions. If people had made moves, Adrian, you would have gotten along for a lot further. Yes, I agree. All but Rachel, probably yeah. But okay, guys, I absolutely love you. Also, I gotta go. Someone just texted me, but I'll see you guys later. Okay, peace. I love you guys. Bye bye.